My name is Danielle Dallaire. I'm an associate professor in the psychology department at the College of William & Mary, and I am the Robert and Jane Sharp Professor of Civic Renewal. I started at William & Mary about 7 years ago, and before that I was a postdoc at Vanderbilt University, and before that I had received my doctorate in developmental psychology from Temple University. And I actually became interested in psychology because my older brother came home from college and he said he had found his major and he loved psychology. And at that time I was a junior in high school, and I remember over Thanksgiving break I just devoured his Intro to Psych book. He's since changed his major 15 times, but at that point that I was smitten, and I moved forward with that, declared that as I entered into Penn State, and followed through with that and really found my niche within developmental psychology. I have a couple different projects going on. One is in the wrap-up phases, and that was with my colleague Professor Janice Zeman, and what we were studying is emotional competencies of children who have an incarcerated mother. And looking at that from a multimodal perspective, so looking at children's perspectives, mothers' perspectives, children's behaviors, as well as the caregiver perspective. And it's a really unique study in that we have a very large sample size within that population. So usually samples who have studied children with incarcerated parents are fairly small. We've got 150 child participants along with mothers and caregivers. And secondly, we use this multimodal approach. So rather than just relying on mom self-report or caregiver report or child report, we really pulled in all these different perspectives to get a full picture of how children are coping to the multifaceted stressor of parental incarceration. The other project I'm working on was really born out of the project I was just talking about, and what the William & Mary Healthy Beginnings project does is work with pregnant incarcerated women. And this is an intervention project where we provide local jails with pregnancy tests to help identify women early in their pregnancies. We also provide them with prenatal vitamins. Then we work with the women one-on-one and provide individual counseling to them on nutrition topics as well as other topics of concern to them. And we continue to work with them throughout the pregnancy, whether they're incarcerated or they're released, and we continue working with them at postpartum as well. We recently completed a diaper drive for this population, and so we provide our participants as well as other individuals in the community who may need them with diapers that can help when you have small children. The William & Mary Healthy Beginnings project is about a year old at this point in terms of having the funding and the staff on board to really do what we want to do. The idea was in place about 6 months before that, 6 to 8 months before that. We really identified this as a critical need, and timing really came together with some other things that were going on. I expect the project to go on and on and on. I don't expect it to end. We've just learned so much, and we know we're making a huge difference in the community. So whether it's through, as part of my work as the Professor of Civic Renewal, we have some funding to continue the project even after our initial funding from the Kellogg project, from the Kellogg Foundation, is set to run out. I've been on leave this past year, and I'm really looking forward to get back to teaching. And some of the service learning courses that we have been working on here within the psych department, as well as within the community studies minor and the public health minor, I think are really going to take off over the next couple of years, and to really help students see how psychology can be applied in community settings is a goal of mine, to really work with students and to help them put into practice some of the things that we talk about in a classroom. You can really see that come alive. I expect my research to continue to explore new and innovative ways to work with children and families who are at risk. And I'm really looking forward to returning to the classroom this coming year, and really over the next 5 years to explore service-based learning. There are so many great things about working at William & Mary. I'm not even sure where to start. My colleagues in the department are wonderful. I think that's one of the first places to start. The staff who works in the main office are just phenomenon, just so helpful. And then beyond the department, there's wonderful colleagues in other disciplines who are always open to collaboration. So on the William & Mary Healthy Beginnings project, we have 2 key collaborators who are in the who are affiliated with the public health minor, but their home department is in kinesiology and health sciences. And I think that you just don't have those types of relationships and collaborative experiences at every university. So I think William & Mary is really unique. That's one piece of it, and the second piece of it is the phenomenal students. I mean, they are just over the top. They are by far the best students I've had the privilege of working